Look at what WattCycle just released, you guys. A 314 amp hour wall mount battery. And true to form, they have really outdone themselves again. Wait until you see the battery capacity test as well as the teardown of the internals. And they even have my favorite software and screen running on this battery as well. If you've been looking for a pre-built wall mount style battery like this video is what you've been waiting for. Let's get this battery unboxed from WattCycle. Came packaged very nice, palletized liftgate delivery service. So inside the box here, got a nice heavy-duty bracket. Got some documentation. Got a communication cable. Got two more little L brackets here. A nice big bag of hardware, some expansion bolts. Very nice. And check this out, you guys. It even comes with a fuse. 450 amp, 72 volt rated fuse. That's a nice touch. And guys, check this out. WattCycle is finally doing something that a lot of manufacturers aren't doing, and that is sending heavy-duty battery cables in the box. This is 70 millimeter cable, which according to this chart right here, ends up being somewhere between 2/0 and 3/0 wire. Good job, WattCycle. That is awesome. There's the battery itself in the crate. Very well packaged. Guys, this is a really nice battery. It's really tall, but it's actually surprisingly sturdy. A lot of the time, these tall wall mount batteries are very rickety and like top heavy, but this one's really nice. It's kind of bright, but can you see? There's like this cool charge indicator light bar up here on the top. And then we've got the same touch screen as their rack batteries, which I really like. We've got the active balancer in here. All that you need to see, state of charge, voltage, current. And then obviously we've got our charts where it can graph things over time. You can see the individual cell voltages here. You can see all the temperature sensor temperatures, any alarm states. And then on the set here, we can change our communication protocols. And the product is just, serial number, model number, etc. Really, really nice, really responsive. I really like whatever software and stuff they're using on these packs nowadays. On the right side here, we've got the power button right here. We've got a nice beefy breaker. Looks like it's rated for 125 amps, but it looks like it's 3 breakers. So I think it might be 125 times 3, so like 375 amp, which would make sense because down here we've got a rating for 300 amps. And we can confirm that here on the sticker where it says our input and our output current max is 300 amps. This is just over 16 kilowatt hours, 51.2 volt nominal. So we've got 4 of these push to connect connectors right here. Got a little grounding screw right here. Got mounting holes on the back for that bracket. And then on the negative end here, we've got 4 negative terminals. And then up here, we've got our addressing dip switches, our dry contacts, and our communication ports. WattCycle is using these really nice casters that can roll around, and then you can turn this red thing and it will actually lower feet down to make it stationary and kind of help level the battery. So let me show you inside this battery. I can't remove this fully because there's some screws down at the bottom where these caster wheels attach, and the screws are underneath those brackets. Anyway, I don't want to take the wheels all apart. So you can see that these have the relief hump in them. They are not blocking the vents with these structural brackets at all, which is great to see. They do have this insulation layer here between the terminals and this door right here. I just took some screws out to pull this back so you guys can see. And look at the cable management. The balance leads come in here, armored, and then they just barely branch out, and then they've got them zip tied and tucked underneath the little lip here of this support bracket. And much like their server rack battery, they have just gone ham on the zip ties. See all those zip ties all the way down? And then they just peek the little balance lead out where it needs to connect to the bus bars. Also knows this massive crunch zone between the side of the battery case and the cells. Plus then we've got a metal enclosure on the cells themselves. We've got these nice compression brackets up here. Another crumple zone right here. And I don't know if you guys can see, but they're also boosted up off the bottom floor of the battery as well. So large air spaces all around the battery pack for added safety. Notice that the main negative and main positive everywhere, no matter where you look. So coming off the battery pack here, going through the breaker, going to feed the terminals. Same thing on the positive here. Nice, thick bus bars. They appear to be nickel-plated copper bus bars, which is extra good to see. And check this out, you guys, double overcurrent protection. So we've got the massive 3-pole breaker there, and then we also have the fuse back in here that is user serviceable, and they send you the extra one in the box, which is a really nice touch. So you actually get 2 fuses in this package. Look at how nice that is, the bus bar jumping between all the terminals. Then up here on the top, we've got a WattCycle branded BMS. So there's a somewhat of a close look. Notice the red glue stuff on all of the screws. So a good way to mark that they've been torqued, and then a way to lock them in place so that they don't come loose during shipping. Very good to see. That board back there is for the screen, and this board right over here is the communication board. This piece of material right here is just insulating this bus bar from potentially coming in contact with this back cover. Notice again the good cable management even up here on the top, bundled and zip tied nicely. Even the ribbon cables are managed. So I think this build looked really, really good. I don't see any major things that jump out at me as problems. I think they've done a really good job. There is no fire extinguisher, at least as far as I can see. Notice that there's even a crumple zone on the back of the back door here. That's pretty cool. So yeah, leave your comments down below on anything you may have noticed that I didn't pick up. I'd love to hear your observations. Okay, battery capacity test on this WattCycle battery. Just finished charging. We do have a little bit of balancing happening, but it did charge up so that the charger went green. So let's give it a shot. For this capacity test, we're going to be using this WattCycle hybrid inverter, 12,000 watt, and we will be metering things with the Victron Smart Shunt. And our load will be this EG4 chargeverter. You can see everything's zeroed out on the Smart Shunt, and the capacity test is underway. We're just slightly over 63 amps, which would be a 0.2C rate of discharge. We'll be back in a few hours with the results. Alright, capacity test is complete. You can see we're 0% state of charge, and our results here, 319.2 amp hours. So absolutely crushed the capacity test. Good job, WattCycle. Heavy load testing on this WattCycle 314 amp hour battery, as well as the 12,000 watt split phase inverter. You can see currently we're outputting about 1900 watts coming out of the battery. We've got about 38 amps. Let's add more to it. I'm going to add an extra 5,000 watts with this chargeverter here. Okay, chargeverter is up to almost a full 100 amps. The inverter's holding steady at about 7,450 watts. We're pulling 150 amps from the WattCycle battery. Let's add more. Let's do a space heater. 9,000 watts, 185 amps coming out of that battery. The last thing I have to add is this heat gun. Let's go ahead and add that. 10,400 watts, 222 amps coming out of the battery. Let's run like this for a second. Almost 10,500. This inverter's holding very steady. Rock solid at 120 volts, over 10,000 watts. 200 plus amps coming out of the WattCycle battery. Unfortunately, this is as many heavy loads as I've got to plug into this, so I don't think I'll be able to get it to the full 12,000 watt limit. But this battery is holding strong, no sweat. Over 200 amps, continuous. Very, very impressive. Let's test internal communications on this WattCycle 314 amp hour wall mount battery. Communications could not be easier. Got the Ethernet cable plugged into the WattCycle 12,000 watt inverter. Now you might be able to see I got it plugged into the CAN port on the screen here. I just came here to the set parameters CAN protocol and changed it to Pylontech. And on the inverter, I just came here to settings, BMS, changed the protocol to a CAN bus instead of RS485, and changed it to Pylon CAN protocol right here. And literally, that was everything I did. It just connected up. We can see that it did so because you can see right here, we're at a 100% state of charge. So this has internal communication. With this pack over here, you can see it's 100% state of charge. And I've got this battery on a different property than where I normally film. But over there with my tower of power, I have the EG4 12000 XP. And I know that has Pylontech communication protocol. So I know that the EG4 products would also communicate with this. So this battery has Bluetooth app monitoring. Let's take a look at that quick. I'm a huge fan of WattCycle's app. They've done a really good job. State of charge up here at the top. This right here is your temperature readout in Fahrenheit and Celsius, which is nice. General voltage, amperage, power in watts. If you tap on the voltage, it pops this window up and shows you all the individual cell voltage information. Here's where you can toggle your charging and discharging MOSFETs. And that's all that is on the home screen. Really good info for just the home screen. Now, something huge about the WattCycle app is you do not need to create an account to monitor your battery. If you have multiples of them and you want to keep them all in a list, then you need to create an account. But if it's just a single battery or you don't mind, logging out of one and logging into another. You do not need to sign up with your email or password or anything to make this app work, which I really appreciate. Coming down here to My Devices, this is where if you log in, you can see all of your devices that you've added to the app. Shop is just a shortcut to WattCycle's online store. And then if you come here to About, there are a couple of different settings and options here. The main thing I want to look at here is the Settings button. And here you can actually manipulate some of the BMS programming, which is pretty cool. Generally speaking, I just leave everything as default. I think WattCycle has programmed things pretty darn well, but you do have the flexibility to make some adjustments if you so desire. Probably the biggest mode here is the parallel mode. So if you're going to be connecting multiple of these in parallel, turning that on just helps with the internal communications between the batteries, as well as trying to make sure that they charge and discharge as close to the same as possible. And then the Bluetooth button here just brings up the list of Bluetooth devices for you to connect to. And that's the WattCycle app in a nutshell. I think they've done a fantastic job with it, like I said. Easily one of the best battery monitoring apps that I've used, and I've used a lot of them. Let's talk about pricing for a minute. At the time of making this video, WattCycle is still kind of working out the kinks for full sales on this unit. But as far as I can tell at this point, it's going to be around $2,100 to $2,200 before any coupon codes or anything gets applied. That is a very compelling price point for a pre-assembled high-quality battery pack this size shipped to your door. So be sure and comment and let me know why you would buy this, why you wouldn't buy it, and what you would do instead of this. That can be very helpful to all of us that come to this video. I will have links to this down in the description, as well as any coupon codes that I can get for you. So be sure and take advantage of those. In addition to that, I'm going to have links for where you can submit a guaranteed to be answered question by me, as well as book a one-on-one video consultation, as well as everyone's favorite thing these days, my channel search engine that allows you to type in any keyword and it will search within all of my videos that I've posted and surface results based on the keywords you type in. So that's a fantastic way to get questions and insights answered from videos that I've made before that you just didn't realize I had addressed. So take advantage of all those things and resources. We've always got more epic content in the pipeline, so stay tuned, stay safe, and we'll catch y'all next time.